Hello there, hi, Assalamualaikum, this is Ariza here. Today I'm going to talk about how to decide debit and credit entry for business transactions.
Before we go further, you need to know that there are 5 groups of accounts. They are assets, liabilities, owner's equity, expenses, and income. So these are important since the determination whether to debit or credit an account is depending on the effect it has on these groups of accounts. So let's take a look into the accounting rules related to double entry. Firstly, an assets and expenses accounts. Assets and expenses accounts are debited when they are increasing. But how about when they are decreasing? So, when there is a decrease in an assets or expenses accounts, it will be credited. Secondly, the liabilities, owner's equity, and income accounts. So these 3 accounts are credited when they are increasing. How about when they are decreasing? So when there is a decrease in these 3 accounts, it will be debited. So these accounting rules are related to accounting equation. So later, we'll see on how accounting equation works.
The accounting equations. The accounting equations shows the relationship between the left side assets and the right side liabilities plus capital. There is 2 effects in every transaction. This results in the movement of at least 2 accounts in the accounting equations. The amount change in the left side is always equal to the amount change in the right side. Thus, keeping the accounting equation should be balanced. There are 3 steps to decide and apply debit and credit entry. The first one is determine the group of accounts. Second, determine the increase or decrease effect. Then the third one is apply the debit and credit. Okay, let's do example. Question number 1. Purchase goods by credit amounted to Rm 2000. The first step, determine the group of accounts. So for this transaction, group of account is expenses for purchase. Purchase goods means expenses. Then credit amounted to means liabilities. So we have 2 group of accounts, expenses and liabilities. The second step, determine the increase or decrease effect. So the answer is increase in expenses and increase in liabilities. Step number 3, apply the debit and credit. So debit for purchase, then credit for creditor, Rm 2000. Question number 2. Sold goods by credit amounted to Rm 5000. So we use 3 steps. The first one, determine the group of accounts. For this transaction, sold goods means revenue. The group of accounts is revenue. Buy credit means debtor. So we have under asset. So this transaction determine the increase or decrease effect is increase in asset and increase in revenue. So apply the debit and credit. So for this answer, debit debtor 5,000, credit sales 5,000.
Thank you class for joining us and enjoy how to decide debit and credit with 3 steps to double entry.